Hello, friends. Day 27, bar is closed. Yeah, so I want to talk about potion and poison. Potion and poison. It doesn't matter if it's alcohol, if it's sex, if it's lovers, relationship, food, adrenaline, you name it, right? We all know that it exists in anything that we decide to have excess or moderation in. In my case, I happen to come from a long line of alcoholics, it seems. In my immediate family, my grandmother on my father's side was a pretty full-blown alcoholic. My dad on my father's side went through bouts of sobriety and major alcoholism. My dad is a recovering alcoholic for many years. And I'm sure there's more to the story. There was a lot of sobriety in my family too, which is pretty cool. But that is my immediate lineage. And so I kind of look back at it a little bit, and mostly what I saw from the alcohol was pretty dark. You know, my grandfather trying to run over my grandmother in a truck, late night, raging, dishes destroyed. My dad picking me up with blood all over his hands after putting his hands through the screen door, pissed off that I found out that I was there in Kansas City. You know, the list goes on. My grandmother coming out and doing shrewd and rude comments and being an asshole. And, it was all understood because there was alcohol involved and or rage, is associated, which is what we're talking about mostly here, is all the underlying things that come along with it. So the question is, is alcohol healthy for me? It could be totally fine for other people, right? This is all personal journeys, personal voyage, personal understanding of our own anatomy, our own soul makeup. And so, the question is, have I seen a lot come from alcohol? Now, I can say that there are moments where I felt like alcohol has been a beautiful potion, and I've had a great time, and I've had a great time with friends. I felt fully expressed. There was an engagement that was delicious, as I've talked about before. I mean, I could not be happier to have been buzzed or inebriated or even drunk, And so I've had plenty of experiences with the potion, even what might feel like spiritual channeling, as I open up all those vortexes in my being and allow that liquid to flow through my veins. But what I'm kind of seeing for myself, and maybe what I've seen in my legacy or my lineage, I should say, is really it's been kryptonite, mostly. It's a way to bring down my vibration. It's a way to bring down my energy, to hold it in place, much like what I was feeling yesterday. It feels like I put on some kind of kryptonite jacket, and therefore now I'm in the buzz state. I'm in the slightly inebriated state. I'm in the consistently trying to keep my inebriation, and I'm working with this tool, this potion, that really is operating as a poison inside of my body in most cases. And now my monkey brain is trying to convince myself that that's exactly what I want. It's exactly what I need. It's exactly what society wants from me. And, just stay the course. This is what people do, right? Especially to get over the tensions of life. You swallow some potion and you get on. But I got to say, for me, that it's only been rare cases that I can be kind of inebriated and high conscious. And this is really a choice about consciousness, whatever it is, again, whatever the vice is. And do you want to be, or do I want to be, high frequency, high conscious human being? Because I could also be sober and make low frequency, low conscious choices in my life. I've done that before too. Even when I was sober, I could go make unhealthy food choices. I could go make any number of choices. We could go and we could still do that while we're sober. And we're still operating in a low frequency. Now, we may not be wearing kryptonite, and therefore we may not be fueling that low frequency and spiraling in that low frequency, in that low grade self identity. And that's another thing about that, is this is kind of like a identity crisis in most cases for a lot of people, because when you have a problem and you don't admit it, that's really where the identity crisis really starts. And so you've got this kind of low frequency monkey brain that's saying, this is the way life is, stay the course. And your ego, really, this is how we survive. And then you have this hopeful, high conscious, hopefully spiritually dedicated, surrendered soul who says, no, I think I know what's going to happen when I pour that liquid inside of me. After you've been really sober for a while and you kind of know where it's going to take you. And your monkey brain goes, but we love breaks from reality. We freaking love them. Can we take a break? A little pause, please? A little side trip? And yeah, we can. And we will find out more ways to do that as we go through this. Heath, monkey brain versus Heath, high frequency soul. And we're going to find it. I don't know if it's going to be dandelions. I don't know if it's going to be psilocybin. I don't know if it's going to be CBD. I don't know if it's going to be my favorite mocktail, if it's going to be hot cocoa. I don't know if it's going to be sacred sex. But we can have it, and we can have potion in a number of different ways and really enjoy the potion. And that's where I also think about the selective drinking. And again, when you deal with kind of addictions, there's a part of you that's that rebel, right? That says, don't tell me what to do. So when you tell yourself, oh, I can't ever drink again because I'm powerless against it. Frankly, for me, that would be really annoying and I wouldn't really get with that. But the fact that I know that I can make this choice to do or to not, because maybe I'm fortunate enough, I don't have that allergy or whatever, and now it's more of a conscious choice. So do I want to be high frequency, low frequency, mid-grade frequency, unnoticeable? Which one? My choice. Potion or poison? Day 27. Bar is closed. Good night.